Hi, I'm Sunny Leone, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Fantasizing is something that I think any and every individual does it, but I think it's extremely mysterious, because what is going on in a person's mind is something that no one can figure out. Human brain is said that it's far more intelligent than the best of computers, and for that reason only. How do you look at this aspect, that at times there is a certain amount of guilt associated with, like, say, if a person, any individual fantasizes in a way, but that is something that almost everyone does. Many a times we read that it is something that in a way it's a very nice way of just getting out of certain stressful situations as well. So how do you look at this aspect? Because you've spoken about it. Several of the stories are primarily fantasies in a way as well.
I think a fantasy is a fantasy. I think if you are married, then you should not act out any of your fantasies with anybody else. Act them out with your wife or your husband, for sure. Some of the most amazing things is that it is a fantasy. It's mine. It's mine and only mine. And nobody can take my fantasy away from me, and nor do I have to share it with anybody.
Sure.
That's the great thing about fantasy. And, you know, we always see beautiful people, or people that we're attracted to, or people that we meet, or we fantasize about the person that we see in a movie or in an ad film, or, you know, a big hoarding that we see when we're driving past it. And you can picture yourself, wow, if only he would romance me, or if only she would romance me. We all wish for it, and we all have our, you know, our own thoughts about it. But I love that fantasies always stay fantasies. At least in my world, they stay a fantasy. So, you know, it's each person's prerogative.
Sure. Now, your last few films, Sunny, your performances are improving with each passing film. I think One Night Stand, you had a wonderful performance. But somehow, maybe in terms of the box office returns, maybe it is slightly below par than what maybe you might have imagined.
Slightly?
Yeah. So,
thank you for being so nice.
So, at the same time, the interesting part is that the phenomenon of, as far as Sunny Leone is concerned, is becoming even bigger and larger. How do you look at this entire this element that?
I think making films are one small part of the pie. They're a showcase of maybe somebody's talent. They're a showcase of who they are. At least that's the way I see it in my world. Now, if you ask Salman Khan that over the last weekend, his movie did unbelievable. He reminds you, yes, there are people that are watching movies, they're just not watching yours. But it's a good thing. So it gives the rest of us a lot of hope. You know, I think that some things do well, some things don't. At the end of the day, I've always believed in the test theory, which is keep trying something new out, keep venturing out to do something different, writing these stories with something different. You know, the perfume line is something different. There's always different things that make a brand. It can't just be movies, at least for me, you know, and I know that's where I stand in my world. You know, there's other actors and actresses where that is their entire world. For me, I believe it's not going to last forever. So then what, Sunny? Then what are you going to do?
Sure.
You know, what's your plan? What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you want to still be making movies, or do you want to just own a business? Or, you know, so there's so many different things that go on. And I personally believe in branching out as many different things as I can do.
Sure.